Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this live launch with Hunkydory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunkydory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I so nearly said Monday then. Happy Tuesday, and we hope you all had a wonderful bank holiday. Welcome to this new live launch. I am your host for the hour. My name is Natalie. Gemma is running the show today, and then over in the demonstration station is the lovely Bex. Good morning, Bex.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. We have a jam-packed full 4-day week of fun for you and a whole lot of crafting. But before we get to our first product of the week, let's have a look at this week's Win It Weekly competition. The Win It Weekly competitions are always the funnest part of the week. It's a real education, if I'm honest, because you're going to learn something you probably never knew. Who knows? And this week, you're going to be in with a chance of winning our decoupage book multi-buy. In this multi-buy, you're going to receive Acorn Wood, Springtime Florals, and Horse and Country. And this is the real traditional decoupaging. These are just our satin 150 GSM papers, and you have all of the pages to cut out your decoupage, and then you have your bases to layer them up and create toppers for your card makes. So if you would like to be in with a chance of winning these, and there's going to be 3 winners this week, you need to answer the following question. You need to like, share and comment. The Queen is the only person in the UK allowed to A, play knock-a-door run without any consequences, B, drive without a licence, or C, wear pastel attire.
I think she's been very kind to us this week, Emily.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
But you can't just drive without, you can't just drive without a licence. Surely that's not acceptable, but regardless of who you are. But you need to be safe. Wear pastel attire. I wear a lovely pastel number every now and again.
I know, I was going to say I like a bit of pastel.
Play knock-a-door run without any consequences. Depends how fast you're running. If you run really fast, then there's no consequences to be had. So like, share and comment for your chance to win these 3 incredible decoupage books. What a very bizarre question. Okay, let's get into it, because we have the launch of our brand new magazine. If you're part of the Platinum subscription, you'll have this at home already. We've had some phone calls today on the on customer services, so I know that people have this at home. But if you don't, then stay tuned, because this is a real in-depth look at everything you're going to get included. So let's have a look at this little VT, and we'll show you what you're going to receive. So here it is, everyone, issue 65, and it has a very spectacular free gift included this time. Things to note straight off is that you're going to receive £19 worth of free gifts. In here you're going to get a topper collection, we've got double-sided papers, we've got a stamp for you, and you're also going to have the chance to download free and exclusive inserts. There are 100 pages in here, and they are jam-packed with inspiration of how you can use your free gift, of how you can use some products that we've launched recently. There is some really cool features in here as well, to give you some inspiration for while you're crafting. So let's have a look at our concept card collection, because this is everything you're going to receive for free. These are all your bits and pieces. It's a lovely magazine as well. Let's just flick through it. I don't want to show you all of what you're going to get, but there's some really cool cards that you'll have seen using your club gift. Then we've got a product which we're launching today over on Hobby Maker. We've got some stamps. We've got a little insight to Anne-Marie's last couple of weeks. We've got perfect posies in here for you. We've got the cats. We've got some Jubilee cards. We have those amazing Moonstone dies. We've got our little books in here, full feature done by Jane. We've got some stamping features too. So a real great mix of lots of different bits and pieces to inspire you when you get this home. Then you're going to receive, we'll have a look through your topper collection first of all. So this is the man of the hour. This is one thing that we get asked so much to craft and to make for you, everyone at home, is male theme cards. Now this one excels in that for sure. You've got a real nice mix of sort of contemporary and really classic themes, I think. So in here you've got the cheese and wine. Everyone loves cheese and wine.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think also the colours and the tones have been used means that if you wanted to send these to a female recipient, you definitely could. So you've got sentiments on here. Have a Habri birthday, obviously cheese related. We've got Happy Father's Day, Chin Chin for someone special, and then you can see there you've got the wine, you've got the cheese, we've got the top hat with Top Dad on there, you've got sentiments and border strips throughout. Then you're going to get your foiled cardstock here. You can see that foiling down the edge there. That's a really nice card blank for fold backs. Then we have your Top Dad with both of those corner borders and that little mustache underneath the top hat. I love that.
It's so cute.
It's really fun. This is the next topper. This is Adventure Awaits. In here you've got some really fun imagery. I love the fact that we've got the camper van in there. You've got the presents as well. Some of the sentiments on this one are many happy returns, have a great day, we've got youth past, and adventure awaits. So birthdays, maybe driving tests, things like that. Even maybe you're going to go start college, start university. A really fun one for that type of occasion. So again, you've got the camper van there just popping over that edge with accent foiling on the van itself, and then your plain cardstock has this really nice border with your balloons on. And that's perfect for fussy cutting and creating a front stepper card from.
Yeah, 100%.
The third one we have for you is Rockin' Birthday. In here you have all your musical themes, but I love that you don't just have sort of like one type of sort of instrument in here. We've obviously got the guitars, but then we've gone really sort of retro with the vinyl sort of in the bottom topper and on some of your elements as well. So we've got Sent With Love, we've got For a Special Brother, Thank You So Much, You Are the Best, and then I love you've got classics on this one with the vinyl. We've got I Hope Your Birthday Rocks. Really fun sentiments, and you've also got two sort of like border edges on this one. Your cardstock, you have foiling on the top and the bottom borders of this one with the guitar there, and then this one is probably one of my favorites with the vinyl in the corner. You've got real fun fresh colors through that one as well. And then our final one, because we all love a barbecue, is King of the Grill, and this one you have your foodie and your alcohol covered with your beer selection. We've got happy birthday sentiments for you, have a sizzling day, King of the Grill, and cheers. And obviously we've included all of those real fun barbecue elements. You do have a border strip as well, which consists of lots of different beers, just sort of like cascading down with some of that funfetti. This one is a super fun one again.
Oh, I love that. Those labels just
fussy cutting,
really popping, don't they?
It's so good with the accent foiling throughout this one. It just shimmers and shines. And then another really fun one with your barbecue. The patterns, the colours, the textures are all really rich and match that gold foiling beautifully. So this is just sort of like the start of your free gift, if you will. That's just your 4 toppers, your coordinating plain and foiled cardstock. So when you get this home, what are you going to do with it? Well, Becca's going to tell us.
I certainly am, yeah. So we're going to go straight in with that paper crafting kit, and the one that I've chosen to demo with is this Top Dad.
Very cool.
But I am going to save like the main corner for another project, just so we can really make that topper shine, and so I can just do something really fun. So we're going to cut this to 6 inches, and then, like I say, that will make a completely second card for
Definitely.
sure. And then we're going to cut it down to 8 in length. Okay, and then we're going to bring our scoreboard in as well. This card is just going to look great. I love these midnight stars and that really cool foiling as well. Okay, so I want to score at 2 first of all. We do need to come back to the scoreboard, but I'm just going to score that at 2, and then we can start bringing the rest of our card together. Okay, so what I want to do next then is just line it up at 4, and then just cut
Sort of up to that
almost
score
up to that score line, yeah, and then bringing it again at 2. This was a card that I'd seen in the magazine a few issues ago now, and it was one of Anne-Marie's like feature cards that she gave away, and I was like, I've been wanting to try it for ages. And you know when you just find the right piece of cardstock?
Yeah. You know it's going to work.
Yeah, and it really, really does. Okay, so next bit that we need to do is just score from each of these corners. So obviously, because I've cut it already, it does mean that I can sort of move these out the way so that I can really line up those corners.
And this is a good tip as well. You'll see on some scoreboards that people use in the office, but a lot of people have sort of marked their 6-inch mark so that when they're doing diagonal folds like this, it's really easy to be able to line them up because you can just see that marking. So it's a good tip for anyone who is sort of wondering how they do their diagonal folds.
Yeah,
this is a great way to just make it a little bit easier for yourself.
Because it can be tricky, diagonal folds. I think
can.
On this one, with all the sort of like flaps in the way, this one was kind of tricky to do without this one, because I haven't drawn a line on my scoreboard, but I always pinch the studio one for stuff like this. Okay, so we're just going to fold those in, and then we're going to start bringing these together. So I want them to kind of just, there we go. And then you can give them a good crease if you need to. They don't need that much of a crease. But yeah, we can just give those a little bit of a helping hand with our score tool.
It's a very fun card, this.
It's a really fun card, isn't it? Like I said, I've been wanting to try it for ages, and then as soon as I saw this cardstock, I was like, that is the card. So we're just going to put our scoreboard away for just a second. And as well, I think it just works so well because we've got the matching double-sided paper.
Yeah.
So I'm having a little bit of a sneak peek with that one. But again, I just thought, you know, it saves your cardstock. I've got all this cardstock that I'm not digging into, and because you've got the paper to match.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we always say when we do double-sided papers, is it extends your kit, and this is one of those ways that it does. Because I'd be a bit upset if I used all my cardstock on this one card. So having the paper is just brilliant. So I'm going to pop that. In fact, I think I might. Yeah, no, we'll stick this down first because we can always just pop it on later. So I've got a 6x6 piece of Ink Me, and then I'm going to hide my workings by putting it just on a card blank itself. Okay. So I've gone right to 6x6. If you want to mat and layer it with Miri, you can do. But I'm just going full coverage with this beautiful starry paper. And then we're going to stick this down as well. And I'm probably just going to use double-sided tape again. So I'm just going to check that that sits really nicely, which it does. So again, just using some of my double-sided tape, we'll just go in with sort of 2 strips there. If you want maybe a firmer hold, then red tape would be awesome for this project. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to butt that up to there, and then give that a nice good crease. And it folds flat as well.
That's most important, isn't it? When you need to send these cards, you want something that's going to fold down nice and flat.
Yeah, you do, but it's going to have all that impact of a 3D make. So just again, now that I've put them on the card, I am just going to go in again, because I didn't want to score them too hard before they were on the card blank, but now we can absolutely go in with that. So perfect. So obviously they do want to sort of fold in on themselves, but we're going to put some little pearls to use as stoppers. But firstly, before we do that, I'm going to go onto my topper sheet and just pick out some of these really fun, awesome toppers to use. So I might go with the big red wine one at the back. Tell you what, I'm going to get my knife so that I can get these out a bit nicer. But yeah, these are just awesome for like all those manly makes, because I really struggle with manly makes. I think it's being such a girly girl, but I love my flowers and my my sort of girly themes, so it's been nice to do some masculine makes. And I didn't get to play with this kit when the magazine was coming out, so it's nice to be able to play with it on the show. Okay, so I kind of think I want that there. And then I might bring the top dad in at the front.
Good morning to everyone who's joining us over on YouTube and on our Facebook. There's lots of you guys joining us this morning, and lots of you guessing B for our Win It Weekly competition. If you missed it, don't worry, stay tuned. We're going to do a little recap in a few minutes time, so you will be able to get that. Okay, right. I think I want that there. I'll just put the little small one on. We can always go back. No, we definitely want that layout. Right, cool. Let's get some foam pads. So obviously we don't want foam pads where these are going to stick up, because they'll just look a little bit silly. You'll be able to see them. So I'm just going in just where they will be covered by my triangles. So I'm just going to use some of the foam pad strips for this one first of all. Perfect. And that's actually held it really, really nicely. Considering I've been quite minimal with my foam pads, that has held it on really nice and strong. Debbie already says, wow, what a great design is. I already know what I'm going to do when I get this kit. Definitely one to try, isn't it?
Yeah, this one is a really, really fun one to do, but sometimes you do just look at a kit and just know immediately what you're going to do. Perfect. And then, yeah, I think we'll just put this last one here, and then maybe we could use a sentiment for some of our cards. So we've gone with Especially For You, Top Dad, and then we've gone with this beautiful Happy Father's Day one as well. And we've got a little bit more room on this bottom step because this is a smaller topper, so it'll be pretty much covered by most of the cardstock. So we'll just pop that on, just on there. Perfect. And then I'll just see if I can, yeah, I think we can squeeze in. We can squeeze that little sentiment in there. We'll get that in as well.
I love the sort of like juxtaposition of where you put the toppers, and because they're all different sizes, it's great because you can still see everything.
Absolutely, but they're all the same shape, so they look really coordinated. But thank you, Nat, that's very kind. So I'm just going to squidge that one on there, and then we're going to pop our stoppers on, and then I think we'll leave it be at that. I think the the funky shape does all the talking
It really,
with this
really
one.
does. It's really cool. I like this one.
Okay, so I think we're just going to use some gold studs to be our sort of stoppers here.
Oh, that'll look really fancy.
Yeah.
And you don't need much, do you? Especially these sort of medium to large gemstones. They will hold your cardstock. You just need a good score, and then it's definitely going to hold all of those pieces for you.
Yeah.
It looks really good already.
Yeah, I mean this cardstock, because it is adorable scoreable, that's it. And we still use all those things that we know and love here at Hunkydory on our free gifts. We still use adorable scoreable. We still use that fantastic foiling. You know, we don't scrimp because it's a mag kit, so they're kind of wanting to hold like themselves anyway. These are just really for a little bit of extra show and just to really give it that sort of helping hand.
And I think because the gold foiling as well, if you are someone who maybe doesn't own a printer, so you wouldn't be able to print the coordinating inserts, it's really going to match up with any of your trim me insert pads. So if you have them at home, because it's got gold foiling on it, you're going to be able to use them throughout your crafting. It's a really cool way of being able to mix and match all of your different Hunkydory products. But what a great collection this man of the hour is.
It really is. And again, like, we really were so thoughtful of the timing that this collection was going out. So perfect.
Really, really cool.
Perfect timing for Father's Day, isn't it?
It is.
So I'm just going to, in fact, I might go straight on to the card blank with my tape. And I'm the same as well. Like, I do have a printer, but I don't have a foiling machine. So the trim me ones would look awesome.
Trim me ones would look really, really cool.
You love your foiling machine, don't you, Nat?
I do. I've not used it in a while, but we're gonna get it back out soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. So I'm just going to, again, I've not done a mirror map for this. I've gone straight up just so it was easier for my measurements.
And then also you've got that room to write your. Put an insert in, write your
definitely
message.
Great, so let's give that
really
a nice good
fun.
press.
I really like this.
And then
super fun.
This is my fabulous triangle. Yeah, it looks good from every angle, doesn't it?
It really, really does. Super fun, that card. Lots of people are loving the card shapes. And the design that you've done there. It's really fun. Okay, so we saw Becca use those double-sided papers, but let's have a look in closer detail, because you do get 4 in this selection. So the first one we have for you is this beautiful sort of tealy blue with those deeper blue stars on, and then that reverse has a sort of midnight sky that Becca was using. You're also going to get this really fun sort of confetti mix with the black and the gold, and then of course we have that real nice burgundy check there, which is going to coordinate with some of the designs in the collection. We've got another star print for you, that darker teal blue. You've got your gold mix in there, that white and that grey, and then another favourite of mine is these little vinyls here.
Ooh.
I'd be cutting these out and using them as little embellishments. I think they're very, very fun. And then we have another really nice mustard colour with that confetti running throughout, and then sort of like another checked print in that red. So all coordinate really, really brilliantly together. So they're your 4 double-sided papers. Then we're going to bring you our stamp set. Now this is really fun, and you can see quite clearly all the little bits and pieces you're going to get on here. So you get the barbecue from the main collection. You're also going to get those beers, and I love, if you look really closely, the beers have candles on top. So that's really, really fun, and you could use that, cut it out and create a really nice sort of border for one of your cards. We've got the burger, we've got the steak, we've got the sweet corn on the cob, you've got your spatulas and your bangers, of course. Then we're also giving you a really nice sort of like stamp here, which looks like the top of a bottle cap, and it actually says happy birthday to you. Oh no, it says hoppy birthday.
Yeah,
because beers are hoppy, of course. And then you're going to get the star as well, which is featured on some of the bottles. And then the sentiments, we've got I hope your day is flipping awesome and hey hot stuff. So really fun stamp selection actually. Perfect for all your summer cards. Maybe you're going to have a barbecue and you want to make your own invites for people.
Yes.
It's a really fun stamp set. It's A6 in size, but really nice sizes of stamps as well. So perfect for centres or backgrounds as well. And Becca's going to show you just how you can use them when you get them home.
Yeah, certainly am. So let's get going with these stamps. I'm really excited about this stamp set. Again, I just didn't, I maybe wasn't in that day or something like that, but I just didn't get to play with this set. So I'm so excited to be demoing it. And I'm going to use kind of as many as I can to really kind of bring out the most of this stamp. And I'm going to make my own background. We're going to go in with the craft card because it's so perfect for, like, it just gives it a really nice masculine feel. It's really fun and really different, and it makes your colouring mediums look really different as well. Like, because how you colour onto craft card is so different from Ink Me.
Really true.
So let's get that in. Let's maybe move that a little over. So I'm just kind of arranging these stamps, and I'm just doing this so that I can get like as many on as I can, just so that we can get this kind of built up really, really quickly. And then I'm using watercolour pencils, so I'm going to go in with VersaFine.
So many people are loving that card you just made, Becca. There's loads of really nice comments about it. We also need to say, oh, where's it gone? Oh no, it's clicked off it. Bear with me one moment.
Okay. So I'm just going to go in with my VersaFine. I'm just going to apply it onto these stamps. I've got my stamping press, so I can go in again, and it just allows me to do 4 stamps at once because it's got that great big board. Not only can you go in again and again, but obviously doing 4 different blocks, that would take me 4 steps to do that. Whereas this, you can just lay them all out and they're good to go.
And as well, you're getting your spacing right, aren't you? Not just putting them on, you can check it a couple of times and move it around if it's not quite right or how you want it to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's just a joy to use. I do like an acrylic block, don't get me wrong, but this for just speed and ease is just perfect. So I already know that I just need to go back in on those beer bottles because there is quite a lot of details on that crate and everything. I think my barbecue and my spatula have done absolutely fine, but I just do want to go in for a second go with those beer bottles. Okay. And then one more little press on here, and then that should be perfect.
Oh, it looks so cool. Even if you didn't want to colour it in, it looks really good on the craft card, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a monochromatic card.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's do a little bit of magic of the TV. And we'll bring in the one that I've already sort of done ahead of time. There's bits to finish on it, but you'll get the look as a whole.
So you've just gone back in, moved some bits and pieces around.
Yeah,
oh.
I know. So I've started the colouring and I've done my layout. Now, how I always do a layout, especially if I'm using several different stamps, and I don't know where I picked this up from, probably YouTube or one of our magazines, I always like to stamp in like triangles.
Oh, that's a good
just
idea.
to give the position a really good, I don't know, it just makes the positioning really, really nice. So I've sort of done the triangle with that, and then I've gone in again with that, and it just makes the spacing so nice. So I'm going to finish I've got my crate to finish, and I've got my second barbecue to finish. So I picked some of our watercolour pencils, and we're just going to sort of get that finished. So I'm going to probably use the white on this Happy Birthday to You. And I'm just going really, really gently so that I don't colour over all the text. And this is it. I think watercolour pencils can be a bit more subtle than like our brush markers and our craft markers.
Yeah, and also if you don't want to colour in and then sort of like water it down, it still gives you a really nice effect, and you can still lay the colours on top of each other and create a lot of dimension as well.
Oh, definitely. And as well, I just think watercolour pencils really come into their own on craft card.
Yeah.
They look...
Craft card, black card.
Yeah.
You can create such really stunning cards.
Yeah, that's it. The colour just, it looks a bit fuller and it just pops a little bit more. I don't know whether it's the kind of like raw nature of like craft card, but it's so nice. Like, I love to use watercolour pencils on here. So we're just going to colour these in. This is a sort of like gold and yellow that I've gone with, just to do these bottle caps. And then we've just got these other two here. So just going in quite gently with the white, because that is going to just sort of go over that text, and we want to be quite gentle with that so that we can still read it. And then again going in with my sort of golden yellow. Not being massively precise with like my shading, because I am just using a sort of solid colour on here, but just maybe just putting a little bit of pressure on certain areas just to kind of highlight that. So, right, brilliant. Let's go in with my barbecue. So I'm going in with this bright red. And as well, what you can do is you can swatch your colours before you lay them down, just so that
it's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, because they do look so different, even just from like the stick of the pencil, like they can apply differently. So I'm going in nice and gently, doing really nice big sideways motions, just to really grab that sort of vibrant, it's almost like a cherry red, isn't it? But I love this set. My dad is definitely the king of the barbecue. I think that is a dad thing, isn't it? It's definitely a dad
trait, isn't it?
Yeah, he absolutely loves it. For Father's Day last year, me and my sister bought him like a set of personalised like barbecue tools, and they've got his name on. Because he really is. He even one year did a Christmas turkey on the barbecue.
Wow.
I know. I think we were all like, no, you're not going to do that. Like, don't be silly. And I think he just wanted to prove us all wrong. So he full on did it.
Really nice though.
It was freezing. It was actually a really good turkey. He was a bit mad, but he's never bothered about that. And then I'm just going in, just shading with this sort of more dark colour as well, just to give it some sort of...
And there's so many variety of colours in your pencils and in any of your prism products that you will definitely be able to sort of mix and match your colours to the collection if you wanted to as well. So if you wanted to stamp these images but you wanted to have the same sort of colourways from your papercraft collection, then there's definitely colours you're going to be able to find to achieve that look.
Oh, definitely. And as well, like I wanted to kind of colour this in different colours than the magazine, so that, I don't know, I just think it just gives you more versatility. So
it really does.
Yeah, you can use the palette in the magazine, or you can, you know, use the one in the one that I'm demoing today, because I think the one in the magazine's got like those green glass bottles and a green barbecue. So I thought, well, I'll do it more like reds. And as well, I know a favourite beer in our house is that, like, you know, that Italian Moretti beer.
Oh yeah.
And that's in these sort of colour bottles, so you can
mix and match and personalise it up, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So just going in with this really kind of dark, like mahogany kind of brown, just to finally kind of shade that crate. I do want it to be obviously really different to my beer bottle, so I don't want to use a sort of oaky kind of colour. And then just going in the sides with this little bit of shading, and then we can move on to the next part of our card.
Karen says, I love these pencils, they are fabulous. It is true, they are so easy to use. Claire says, I'm loving the background you've created on this card.
Oh,
it's a really fun card, and there's lots of people saying that Christmas and Sunday dinners are often done on the barbecue.
Oh really?
I think for our friends over across the pond, I think it's something that they do a lot of over in America, cook a lot of meats on the barbecue.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's something we should take on, because it does taste really nice.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And I think as well, when you're having those roast dinners like in the summer and stuff, and again, like our friends down under as well, they often barbecue at Christmas, don't they? Because it's summertime. Okay, so let's move on to the next part of our card. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in, and I'm actually going to bring in some Matte-tastic as well. Perfect. So I'm going to cut this down to 5x7, and I've not used black stamping card. I've used this, I think this is like just licorice from the Matte-tastic.
Definitely a lighter sort of shade of
Yeah,
black, isn't it?
That's what I thought. I just thought
It's like a really nice deep grey.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And I just thought the black might just look a little bit harsh on this craft card. So I'm just doing a little matte and layer. So I'm just going to snip off a little bit of my stamped background. So I'm just snipping, obviously I want it 2 notches, but so that I don't lose loads and loads of detail, I'm just snipping a notch off, one off each side, yeah, of course. Perfect. And then what I think I want to do is line it up to 1, and then just because the beauty of the trimmer, I can trim exactly where I need, I'm going to go to just under that 4, so I've got about 1 inch just under all the way around. Okay, so I'm just going to see if I'm right here, hang on. Gosh, it's really hard to see on this craft card, isn't it? Right, perfect. So let's go up to 1 again, and then just lift my trimmer blade up, and I need to go a little bit further down, so I'll just push it down a bit more, and then catch it on here, and then just on here again. So I'm just going to squidge that in there. Like I say, keeping kind of as much detail as possible. I don't really want to go over on anywhere. Brilliant. Okay, and I've just not quite married up that line, but I'll grab my craft knife so that I don't make any mistakes with my trimmer. So I've just missed a tiny bit just of that join onto the corner, so I'll just go down with my craft knife and sort that out. And then I think there might just be another one here, so I'm just joining the corners up with my craft knife, just the ones that I've just slightly missed with my trimmer. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that frame to one side, and again I'm going to snip a notch off each side. Flipping heck, I don't want to be cutting an inch off. Flipping heck, I don't have anything left. Be nearly gone. Okay, just a little notch. There we go, and we've got the last one to do here. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to lay this on my card. This is a technique that I absolutely love. So I'm going to put that on there here, and then I'm going to put this in the middle, just joining it all up. And then I've kind of brought some funky brown ribbon in as well. So I think, I don't know, how do you like to do this technique, Nat? Do you like to just lay it over, or?
There's lots of different ways you can do it. I think laying it over and then just sticking that sort of like raised up
on
is
top.
quite
Oh
nice.
Yeah, let's go with that. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to use my construction glue just so that the placement is absolutely perfect, and because I've not used any mirror, it's going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah, you've got that nice absorbent cardstock on both sides, haven't you? So you can definitely do this.
Yeah, we can get away with a little construction glue on here, and I do love it, and it's on offer at the moment.
It is. It's part of one of our Super Saver deals. We're going to run through those for you in a little while, because all of our Super Saver deals are still available until Thursday this week,
which is just amazing. Okay, so again I'm just laying it onto that Matte-tastic and getting a really nice even border all the way around. Right, and then next it's time for our ribbon. So I'm just going to lay that on straight and pull it tight, but not really taut, just so that you've got room to pop your center image on there. So I'm just going to lay these round and just pop a little bit of tape to kind of secure that in place. Perfect. I can snip off this bit of excess ribbon and pop that back in the box. And then I'm going to add my sort of central image using foam pads. So I'll just grab some of those. I'll just use these. Okay, and I'm just going to pop it on here. So just a little bit of a different look from my first card. Obviously that was really elegant and gold and blue, and this one's just really like rustic and trendy, like in a different way. I love this.
Do you like it on the craft card?
Yeah, I do. I really, really do. Again, I think obviously I've done my own style and my own card, but I got that again reading through the magazine. I was like, oh my goodness, it looks great on craft card. It looks stunning. Right, okay, let's pop that on a card blank, and then I think we'll leave it there. So I'm just going to put my tape just around my ribbon.
And yeah, you could stamp lots of backgrounds like this and then pick and colour them in, and then you can cut them down for the different occasions or the days. You can then add your own sentiments, whether it's a birthday or Father's Day you're crafting for, or whether you want to personalise it to your dad, your brother, an uncle, anyone like that. It's just
definitely
a really fun thing. I think colouring's such a really nice thing to do for sort of like to look after your health, just to take time out every single day. And even if it's 5 minutes of colouring or 5 minutes of crafting, you don't have a lot of time to do it. Colouring is something that I think is really therapeutic.
Oh, absolutely. I think
just give yourself 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think we all discovered that in lockdown. It's because your mind can't focus on anything else other than your colouring. So you just don't think about, the stresses and worries of like everyday life, because there's no room in there. You're just thinking about your colours. Right, so let's pop this up. So this is our fabulous, funky craft card with those stamps.
Everyone's loving that. Jackie says that stamp card is amazing. Debbie says, I love the card, Becca. Jackie says, another brilliant card. So thank you, Becca.
Thanks,
Everyone
guys.
has really loved that.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's repeat our Win It Weekly competition question, because this week you're going to have the chance to win our decoupage books. You're going to get our Acorn Wood. You're also going to receive Springtime Florals and our Horse and Country. The question you have to answer this week is, the Queen is the only person in the UK allowed to A, play Knock a Door Run without consequences, B, drive without a licence, or C, wear pastel attire. So like, share and comment for your chance to win, and 3 people are going to be in with a chance of winning those on Friday's show. Okay, you heard me mention Super Savers, so let's have a look at some of those deals, because they are quite fantastic. So our trim me insert papers, and we were talking about these.
I was just thinking that.
We were talking about these earlier on. Those people that don't have the ability to download and print our inserts from the magazine, then you're going to be able to use these trim me insert pads. They're currently buy one get one free. Then we have for you our Premier Craft Tools Super Storage Boxes. Ooh. These are our tiny ones that fit into all of our boxes. They're now £5.99. If you want one of those larger boxes, you can get our storage case. It's £13.49. We have a great deal on our Prism Ombre ink pad bundle. This is now down to £23.96. We have some dies for you. This is one of them, special delivery. It's now £14.99. And then our layering butterflies is now available for £10. If you love Miri just like us, then you can get our Miri card buy. It's 200 sheets, 100 gold, 100 silver, now for under £30. And our super storage case as well, you can get that for £29.99. We've got a great deal on our storage genies. These are now £9.99. We have fantastic offers across all of our foam pads. So they're now down to £8. We do them in a variety of different mega buys. So these are our strips. You can also get them in our squares, our rectangles. Is it? Oh my goodness. We do apologise, that Miri card is out of stock. I do think though that's something that we could probably bring back, so I'll speak to Sam and see if we can get some more made up for us. What else have we got on here? Oh, this is a good one. There's so many different varieties in this one, but head over to the website for all of your foam pads because there's lots to choose from. We then have our Diamond Sparkle Shimmer card. This is a great deal. This one you can get any 4 packs for £10. You also get 10 sheets in a pack, so that's 40 sheets of shimmer card, and it's a really beautiful glitter card, perfect for using on your electronic machines too. Then our craft glue pen multi-buy, you can get 6 glue pens for £5.97. We also have a great deal on our bow maker, that's now £3.99. Our adorable scorable mini collection, where you're going to get your scoreboard, your coordinating craft mat, and that handbook is now £19.98. Such a great price, that one. And then to finish it off, we have our individual adorable scorable packs. They're now any 5 for £10. So you can get all of those, and they're all available on the website from now until Thursday. So have a look on our website, hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. You can see a big banner that will have super savers. Click on there and all of our offers are going to be available to you to look through. So I thought we would show you some of the cards that Fantastic Cat made with this collection, because she was the only lucky one that got to work on this one, because when this came out we were very, very busy in the office. But there's some fabulous makes using different shapes and styles. I love how this one, she's used the frame as like a background panel, and then all of those coordinating toppers, because they're all square, so they all work so well together. She's done some funky pieces with the papers. This is just one of them, and this is just using scoring it, creating that nice sort of rosette, and then adding just that single sentiment to it. This one's really fun. I love this technique that she does. She's just cut one of those side panels off to create a 6x8, which coordinates really nicely with the background panel. And also it allows you to save some of your card blanks for other occasions. This is another really fun one, using those records and also mixing and matching it with her paper. She's sort of cut around that detailing in that paper there to create that nice background layered effect. And then 2 of her stamp cards. This one's really fun with all of those bits and pieces as the background panels. And then she's also done a really nice one here with the background to using that bottle top, and then having just one of those images coloured in. Some really, really nice cards by Kat. Thank you, Kat, because I think the cards that you've made are really fun, and all of them are available in the magazine as well. So if you want instructions for any of these I've just shown you, you're going to be able to find them all in that magazine, so have a look at that. Okay, do we have time for another demo?
We can definitely squeeze
What are
some
we doing
time
this
in.
time?
I think we're going to go back to the paper craft kit.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the Rockin' Birthday, because I just love this one. So we've got something for our music fans, we've got something for our foodies, and we've had something, you know, for the dapper chap in our lives. So I've done a 7x7 piece of mirror mat, and I was actually going to do a similar thing with just a panel like coming down. So we'll cut the cardstock first of all, and then see kind of what size we want to do. And I love this one, you know, it's so funky and so modern with the electric guitar. I actually thought, you know, with my nephews and my younger brothers and everything, I've got a sort of lot of older teens and early 20s boys in my life, like for family.
And this is a good collection for that age range,
isn't it? And I just was looking at it and I was like, do you know, we've got teenagers, older, like early 20s, we've got granddads. Do you know, I just couldn't think.
Everyone covered.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a gentleman in my life that this kit would not be appropriate for. It's so, so good. And like I say, those teens and early 20s cards, I say men's cards are difficult. Is there anything more difficult than a teens and early 20s male card? No. They're so, so tricky. So I will definitely be coming to this for all of those makes. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And as well, like, you think about 18th and 21st and, you know, with the beer bottles and the wine, and it's so fun as well.
Some really nice colours in it as well. It's a really rich tone collection kit. It's just fun for everyone, I think.
Yeah, that's it. And I know, like, Kat worked so hard on the ones for the magazine, but I know that she had a lot of fun with it as well. Perfect. So let's bring in our card blank and kind of see where we want this panel to go. So I'm just going to pop it on there. I think we might have, we'll have a 2.5 inch panel, I think, and we'll start it at 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay it at 1/2 inch, and then I'm just going to really kind of gently, because I can't open up the cardstock and still fit it. So big. Yeah, it's so big. I think it was Kat that I saw do this, or it might have been you, Nat, just gently going through the trimmer so that you don't cut the whole card.
Yeah, if you you can sort of like mark it and then sort of run your scissors down it, and it'll take the rest of the cardstock away from
Yeah. So I was like, this blade really wants to go in strong though, so I'm just gonna lift it off the arm a little bit, and then, yeah, perfect. And then what we can do is we can just gently kind of snip the rest of that off with my scissors. Perfect.
Because you kind of have your guide, it kind of has cut it just needs that extra little bit of help just to push it through.
Yeah,
it's a great technique for when you're wanting to do cards like this with either 6x6, 7x7s, 8x8s, because obviously you don't have the ability to cut them the way you would if you had a smaller piece of card that would fit all the way through your trimmer.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can get it through the guillotine, but your guillotine will just cut through all of that cardstock.
Yeah.
So this is definitely the best way to do it. So just cutting those tabs off right on or just below the score line, just so that we're not really going to see them that much, but that we're still going to hold the card together in place.
It's just a really fun way to make different types of cards as well, because it just transforms the look of this so much.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And you can just see the inside like so well. Like, I don't really want to be covering up that like guitar image, but you know, having, and where you place the panel, it means that it can be seen, because it's foiled and it's got those music notes around it, which are also foiled beautifully. So we're just going to pop that on there, and again, just give that another nice good crease. So should have some spare mirror somewhere from my 7x7 mat. Just get these bits and pieces out the way. Okay, so yeah, so we've cut that down to 2.5. So we'll just kind of do the same with our gold mirror, and we have got some matching cardstock here. Now, because this is a bigger card, I am just going to really only get the one card out of this piece of cardstock, but there's still bits and pieces for like panels and little shapes, maybe a bit of die cutting that you're going to want to do. Oh my goodness, no, I've cut that to the wrong size, sorry. I've cut that to 2 under 2 and it's 2.5, sorry. Bear with me, let's go again. Perfect.
If you'd run out of cardstock and you were in a real pickle there, you could have always used some of your double-sided papers.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what I would have done. But luckily I had just about enough left. And again, I can use that little mistake piece, I can use those as borders.
Yeah, borders would look great with those. Something just to pop your sentiments on, to lift it off your card a little bit more.
I think that's it as well, isn't it? It's like, if you do make a little mistake, it's really not the end of the world. It can still be used.
Yep. We don't waste anything in crafting.
No, absolutely not. We've all been there as well. So I'm just going to stick some tape on here. And again, I'm using tape instead of construction glue because I just love the instant grab. I don't know, Kat is amazing with construction glue on mirror, but oh my goodness, I think I'd be terrible. I always have to use tape. I've tried it myself, and I don't know whether it's just I'm a bit heavy-handed, but I always get that little bit of ooze around the side.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, she's always so neat. Perfect. Okay, so let's get our topper on, and using a really nice big panel like that just means that I can repeat that image on there. So I think we might go with this one. It's obviously going to hang over a little bit, but that's absolutely fine because I think it looks great like that anyway. So So we're going to put some foam pads, but just in the centre because we don't want any workings to be seen. So I'm just looking for some strips. Here we go. And if I just lay it on there, I kind of know where I'm going to place them. Yeah. Okay, and I think I just need to go with one more, just for that hold and that coverage. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to snip a couple of these pips off that are a little bit proud. Oh, yeah, there's just one more there. Hang on. Cool.
It's such a fun kit, this one.
It really is, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. And, you know, obviously it's so appropriate for Father's Day, which is what we were super conscious of. But even that beyond Father's Day, like I say, those 18th, those 21st, those, you know, graduations with some of those funfetti ones. Yeah. I know that's not long. My best friend Rob's graduating, and he said, "Oh, it's only at the end of June." I thought, flipping heck, I need to make that card. I need to put that one on the list.
Yeah, it's fastly. We're getting through this year. Crazy amounts. I can't believe it's May already.
I know. It really is crazy, isn't it? Perfect. So I'm just going to put that on there, and I love the little foiled stars at the top. And then, yeah, we'll just pop that there. Okay, so let's see if we've got any room for any more. I think I might go with this. Thank you so much. Might just literally squeeze that down the side there. And this one as well for a special brother. And then I might just lift that off there with some foam pads. So let's put foam pads on both of these. And yeah, just make it really pop, give it some real dimension. So, and for this card, I would either probably pop my insert on the panel and just have a really skinny one, or if you want a bigger one, you know, if you want to do some more stamping or write a really nice long verse or print something out like that, I'd probably use the back. Okay, so let's just use this strip that we've got left over for this sentiment. Yeah, there's loads of occasions at this. Obviously, we're always looking ahead towards like the early sort of days of Christmas, aren't we? But like I say, we've got all those graduations. Thank you, teacher, as well will be coming up as well.
That would be really cool for this. With this collection.
Yeah, especially like male teachers, because I think they can be quite girly, can't they? Thank you, teacher cards. Maybe those music teachers, if your children or grandchildren have guitar lessons or music lessons. But I'm going to put brother on this one. I love that we've got a couple of personal ones for them. And then let's just pop 3 little gemstones down the side, and then we will finish this card.
We're going to be in perfect timing here, Becca.
Oh my goodness, we certainly are. Do you know, I never have time to look, but I've just seen it now and I'm like, we're on good time, guys. Right, which ones have I got to hand? I'm just going to use these gold shimmer ones.
Oh, these would look nice. You know, the glitter ones would look quite cool with this as well.
Yeah, the glitter ones would look awesome with this. I feel like I just always use our classic ones, so I'll just bring in these ones. They're really close to hand as well. Oh, this one's been a bit stubborn. Perfect. And then one more large one here. And then that is our rocking birthday card, all finished. I was going to use this fabulous border, but I don't think I can squeeze it in. I think we'll leave it be. And there is our To a Special Brother card. So that will just stand up like that, and then you can see all that beautiful background.
Really nice. So different, and a really cool technique to use with any of your playing cardstocks to make something really different. 3 really good demos today from Becca. I'm sure you've all loved the inspiration that she's given you, but that is absolutely all we have time for today. But if you want to get your issue 65 of your magazine, then head over to the website because they are available to buy from us, or wherever you like to buy your crafty magazines from. You can get them today. So we have a few things to run you through before we leave you. We're going to pop our Prism pearlescent powder set into our rollover box. If you want to be with a chance of that Win It Weekly, remember you can comment as many times as you like throughout the week. You can also apply on the hub. And then next up, Rebekah and Kat are going to be with you tomorrow with the launch of our Picturesque Pastimes, another absolutely beautiful collection. You're going to have lots of fun, and I'm sure Kat's demos will be just as inspiring as today's have been. We hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and we'll see you back here at 10 AM tomorrow morning. Bye.